Welcome back to Curtis LSA TV, and for those that are new here, my name is Matt. A few recent videos in the comments, a lot of people have been asking about an update on my other HSV. So I've got my GTS, which you've seen in the most recent videos. I've also got this 2006 VE Senator. Well, that was today's update. Thanks for watching. No, just kidding. Couple of updates on my VE Senator. I did find something actually growing inside of this VE Senator, which is a bit unfortunate, but I'll get to that in today's video. The updates I'll do on what we found out about the battery going flat. I did a video on that, which can be seen in the link right here. Yeah, we did a complete overhaul of the vehicle, pulled the battery out. I sent it back to where I purchased the battery. They tested it. I'll get to that in today's video on what we found. Also, for the actual parts, finding genuine parts for this Senator, which is almost 20 years old now, I'm finding it a little bit difficult to find genuine proper parts that aren't damaged or worn. So may have to look down the path of doing a complete refurbish of the interior that are not genuine parts. I know when I started this update of this VE Senator about 12 months ago, I said I'll try and do the genuine parts, but having to deal with scammers and a lot of wreckers that don't actually have genuine parts that aren't overly damaged I'm finding a little bit sort of difficult to find, and of course scammers wanting to scam your money and not supply the parts, which is also another thing. So I might have to do a complete overhaul of the interior. I have been quoted on that. It's about 4.5 to 5k for a complete overhaul, everything brand new. So yeah, we'll see how we go with that. But in today's video, I'm going to show you what I found, what was actually growing inside of this. It is quite disgusting. And all the other updates on my VE Senator. My name's Matt, and you're watching Curtis LSA TV. All right, in regards to the interior, the passenger front seat, a couple of old videos I mentioned that this part here and this part here was missing, so I've found one of these parts on a old GTS. Also this here, it's the same as the Senator, the GTS, so obviously that will clip right here. I'll do it, I probably need two hands to clip it in there, but that'll clip right there, and then that will clip up to there, and that should fit in there nice and neat. But these two parts have been found, which is quite good, so I'm happy about that. So those two parts are put in. I'll just show you on the driver's side. So they were actually from an actual GTS, VE GTS. So they're the same as the Senator. As you can see there, these were here already. So those match this side here. And yes, it's not clipped in properly. I'll quite clearly understand that. I'll probably be pulling them back out and trying to get rid of the scratches on there. But that's the best I could find for those interior parts to match the genuine part that come with the car when it was built from factory. So let's get to the next part, which is the battery. What we found out, what was wrong, what was making the battery go flat every couple of weeks. Now the actual battery that was going flat that I mentioned at the start of this video, I did a video about it a couple of months ago. So a parasitic test was done. I think it needed to be below 50 milliamps on the multimeter. So that was done. We actually found it was actually the positive terminal. When he's changed the battery previous to me changing it, he's put the wrong, it might have been broken or something like that. It was the wrong terminal on there before he put that in there, but it was the wrong terminal. It was loose, it was hanging off, it wasn't secured properly. So that's a good thing. It wasn't anything that was drawing anything from the battery. The terminal wasn't correct. And I've screwed it down, and it must have made it even looser for whatever reason, I don't know, but that was the reason why the battery was going flat every 2 weeks. There was a terminal at the positive side was loose, so that has been fixed. Now let's get to the most disgusting part of this video. I'll show you what was growing inside. I only noticed it 2 days ago, but I wanted to show you in the video, so I haven't cleaned it or touched it. So yeah, it is quite disgusting, so be ready. So 3, 2, 1, I'll show you what's growing in this Senator. There's mold growing in the actual leather. So the driver's side rear is pretty nasty. I didn't notice anything on this side. Just excuse the camera equipment in the way there, although there's a little bit there. But yeah, if you have a look at this here, mold growing in the leather. So that is, yeah, a biohazard, unfortunately. Now, before the troll comments saying surely I would have been able to smell that, right? I don't have a very good sense of smell. When my children were growing up, I could never smell them when they were pooing their nappies, and the mother of my children would say, oh, I'm just lying to get out of changing nappies. So I haven't got a very good sense of smell. I've never have for my whole life. So before people start trolling and saying, oh, you would be able to smell this, you don't know what you're doing, mate. Yeah, you could put a turd next to me and I would not be able to smell it. That's how bad my sense of smell is. But yes, that there is what's growing inside of my VE Senator. So I'll clean that out. I'll probably just get white vinegar on it to kill it, and proper mold remover. But that's just another reason why this interior needs to be removed out of this VE Senator, and I need to restore it to something new. So, update on my 2006 VE Senator. We found out what was wrong with the battery, as I mentioned in the video. The interior parts genuine and being quite difficult to find without having to deal with scammers and wreckers that don't actually have quality, decent interior genuine parts. I'll also get rid of that mold that was growing on the back seats, and as I mentioned during the video, I haven't got a very good sense of smell. So before the troll comments start, oh, why didn't you smell that? I only drive this vehicle 2 times a week, if that, 2 times a fortnight I should say, and I don't have a very good sense of smell, so I couldn't actually smell that, and I very rarely sit and open the back door, so I've got no reason to. Both my children have grown up and they're adults, so there's no one sitting in the back. But that was today's video. My name is Matt and you're watching Curtis LSA TV.